present to you our skit, The Great Kapok Tree. One man was walking into the rainforest. Moments before, the forest had been alive with the sounds of squawking birds and howling monkeys. Now, all was quiet as the creatures watched the man and wondered why he had come. The man stopped and pointed to a great kapok tree. Then he took the axe he carried and struck the trunk of the tree. Whack! 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 The sounds of the blows rang through the forest. The wood of the tree was very hard. Chop! 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 The man wiped off the sweat that ran down his face and neck. Whack! Chop! Whack! Chop! Soon the man grew tired. He sat down to rest at the foot of the great kapok tree. Before he knew it, the heat and hum of the forest had lulled him to sleep. A boa constrictor lived in the kapok tree. He slithered down its trunk to where the man was sleeping. He looked at the gash the axe had made in the tree. Then the huge snake slid very close to the man and hissed in his ear.
Senor, this tree is filled with miracles. It is my home where generations of my ancestors have lived. Do not chop it down.
A butterfly flew near the sleeping man's ear.
Senor, our home is in this kapok tree, and we fly from tree to tree and flower to flower, collecting pollen. In this way, we pollinate the trees and flowers throughout the rainforest. You see, all living things depend on one another.
A troop of monkeys scampered down from the canopy of the kapok tree. They chattered to the sleeping man.
Senor, we have seen the ways of man. You chop down one tree and then come back for another and another. The roots of these great trees will wither and die, and there will be nothing left to hold the earth in place. When the heavy rains come, the soil will be washed away, and the forest will become a desert.
A toucan flew down from the canopy.
Senor, you must not cut down this tree. We have flown over the rainforest and see what happens once you begin to chop down the trees. Many people settle on the land. They set fire to clear the underbrush, and soon the forest disappears. Where once there was life and beauty, only black and smoldering ruins remain.
A jaguar had been sleeping along a branch in the middle of the tree. Because his spotted coat blended into the speckled light and shadows of the understory, no one had noticed him. Now he leapt down and padded silently over the sleeping man. He growled in his ear.
Senor, the kapok tree is home to many birds and animals. If you chop it down, where will I find my dinner? And senor, do you know what we animals and humans need in order to live? Oxygen. And do you know what trees produce? Oxygen. So if you chop down the rainforest, you will destroy which gives us all life.
Senor, no. An anteater climbed down the kapok tree with her baby clinging to her back. The unstripped anteater said to the sleeping man,
Senor, you are chopping down this tree with no thought for the future, and surely you know what happens tomorrow depends upon what you do today. The big man tells you to chop down a beautiful tree. He does not think of his own children, who tomorrow must live in a world without trees. How much is beauty worth? Can you live without it? If you chop down this beauty of the rainforest, on what would you feast your eyes?
A child from the Yanomamo tribe who lived in the rainforest knelt over the sleeping man. She murmured in his ear,
Senor, when you awake, please look upon us all with new eyes.
The man awoke with a start. Before him stood the rainforest child, and all around him, staring, were the creatures who depended upon the great kapok tree. What wondrous and rare animals they were! The man looked about and saw the sun jewels amidst the dark green forest. Strange and nobody heard a sound, for the creatures were strangely silent. The man stood and picked up his axe. He swung back his arm as though to strike the tree. Suddenly, he stopped. He turned and looked at the animals and the child. He hesitated. Then he dropped the axe and walked out of the